All right, so over here we have 160 packs of Phantasmal Flames. So that's like 4.5 booster boxes, something like that. And I'll go a little slow in the beginning because I haven't really opened this set yet. Maybe check out a few cool hollows. You know the drill. But then I'll speed up the degeneracy slowly, as we don't need this video to be 5 hours long. All right, let's get into it. So we're hoping to make a little bit of money. Well, not too bad. Out of these boxes. And with Phantasmal, it's only the 2 Charizards really that are the big money cards. Obviously, we can get some of the other SIRs, and if they are worth grading, then all right, not bad. Then that could help us get closer, but you know they would have to essentially be guaranteed 10s, because I think any of those cards in a 9 or lower is essentially immediately not worth it. So yeah, I'll try and I just had some boxes laying around, and I'll showcase some hits when I get them. I'm not really one for you know, crazy exaggerated hype wow reactions. So if that's your shtick, then maybe find someone else to view. All right. I promise to go slow in the beginning, but I notice I'm already going at a kind of degen pace. I'll just, if I see a card that I like, I'll showcase it a bit. So the set has been out for, I think, like 2 weeks here in Europe. Yeah, today's the 28th. I think it came out the 14th. 14th or the 7th. Ooh. Well, so far, I think we've done like 5 packs, but we've gotten 2 secret rares, so that's not bad at all. Yeah, so I haven't ripped any of this. It took quite some time for me to get around to it. I had to unbox all the UPCs and make that video. Now, finally, I'm able to sit down and do a little bit of ripping. One thing I'm already starting to notice is that I haven't really thought about trash management, so I might have to clear a little desk space in a minute to, you know, put all the bulk somewhere and all the empty packs. So this is my first time doing a ripping video. So I do really like, I think this yellow golden lettering and just the way that these normal EXs are textured, it looks so good. I mean, I know that these are technically cards that don't have much value. I think Charizard and the Gengar regular EX both have a little bit of value. And all other EXs typically very quickly go down to like 10 cents a piece, which is a shame, because they do look very, very good in my opinion. Nice. So it's a kind of small set. It's only got 94 regular cards. So what's this? Another one. We are getting quite a good amount of hits. You know, it's there's 4 packs, 4 Phantasmal packs in every UPC. So that means that none of this sealed product is seeded, right? So normally when you open a booster box, there's a little bit of kind of standardization of hit rates. So you can expect, I believe, to get an SIR every 2 booster boxes. I've seen pull rates range from 1 in 80 packs to 1 in 72 packs. Those are the two that I see most often. Hey, here we go. Mega Gengar. Absolutely gorgeous for a regular EX. Yeah, so 1 in 72, so that's 1 in 2 boxes exactly. Or 1 in 80. Those are the two pull rates I see most often quoted for SIRs. And if you open 2 booster boxes, then you can basically expect to get 1 SIR right. Obviously it can be 0, it can be 2, might even be 3, but it'll average out to that number. Yep. This looks amazing. Really cool color scheme. But because now we're essentially buying like loose packs, 40 times 4, we don't have that kind of seeding. So anything can happen. We can get 0 SIRs, we could get 5, we could get 10 golden Charizards. Well, that's quite unlikely, but you catch my drift. So there's no real guarantees here. But we do need to get quite lucky. Because I bought those boxes at like top market scalper pre-order prices. So we need to, get some gambler's luck going on these packs in order to work towards our target, our break-even target. I think Genesect is such a stupid Pokemon. What's the fan theory there again? It's like Kabutops, right? But the tech version. And another one. Hey, looky here. It does look a little stupid. Oh man, I mean, it's a good hit, but that facial expression though. Oh well. Obviously we'll take it. Let's scooch these over a little. Damn! 2 in a row. Cute. That looks like the exact definition of a secret rare that is worth like $1 or $2. Like you're always happy to see one, but yeah, there's no guarantees of value, sadly. So not Sharpedo EX. So one thing I don't really get is why this Rotom is so ugly. So all of the EXs have this nice lettering and a bit of texture. And then this is just a super standard normal EX. I guess they didn't equalize that across all the EXs or something, because I think these are from the Mega sets. Mega Symphonia, Mega Brave, Mega Dream, and the Rotom might be from somewhere else then. If it doesn't have that art style going for it. But it does look a little out of place. Here, another one. Stupid. Okay, maybe I need to put these into their respective piles. Okay. Better. Yeah. Lovely color scheme. This is An alternate rare. Let's see. We can go all the way to the right here. Because my face isn't in the way. Like, so far, like, we haven't had any of the big ones yet. One of the two Zards, but we are pulling a good amount of heat for, what our odds should be, I believe. And I'm not really sure also where I want to go with these kind of videos. It just felt cool to record me ripping these packs, because I wanted to kind of try out the idea of doing this kind of little like businessy challenge on YouTube where we buy product, and especially this kind of product in a very overpriced market, and I bought it way too high. And then I think it's interesting to see if we can still kind of, break even on it, and just showcase a little bit also the economics behind selling cards or selling accessories, just to kind of, give people a feeling for what that's like. Sorry. But yeah, this is also, I guess, kind of meant to just put on in the background and kind of chill along and see me crack open some packs, because it's not gonna be me yelling at you super high amp for 30 minutes. And all of these singles that are worth it, I'll be selling. I sell through Card Market. And maybe the EXs we'll see. I know the Gengars are worth something. And the Charizard, like I said, but the other ones, I'll see if I put them up. And then all the bulk, I think. Oh, nice. This looks gorgeous. It's kind of got this like matte drawn art style to it. I'm not a big fan of most of the later legendaries, I would say. But this card is very, very well done. I'm curious to see what this card goes for. It's probably less than what I would give it, because this Dugong is nice as well, but these other two are kind of little bit standard. What was I saying? Yeah, so these videos, I don't know, I think just put them on and kind of chill along. And I'm gonna sell these singles, and then if we get good cards, so the Zards, maybe the other SIRs, if they are super, super well centered and they don't have any other issues, I'll be sending them off to get graded to hopefully, increase our potential returns a little bit and bring us closer to that number that we need to hit. Here, this Empoleon is the same deal as the Rotom, right? It's got kind of ugly standard EX lettering. I think I'm about a quarter of the way through. So like 40-ish packs based on what I see in my stack. And I don't think we're doing that bad. Like if I pulled all of this out of one booster box, I would be pretty happy. But it's not enough for our goals. We need the big boys. But we are in luck, because I've been told that there's at least 5 Charizards coming later on. I do like the Charmeleon though. Well, I obviously have a preference for, first gen, also second gen. And I can stomach the third gen, because I did play all the way up to Ruby Sapphire. And I think I did a quick playthrough back then of Diamond and Pearl on the DS, I think. the first DS, the brick. But that was already quite a performative playthrough. It didn't hold the magic of the first 2 to 3 gens for me. So that's kind of where my main love for the series is focused. I do think there's oftentimes very, very cool Pokemon coming out in later gens. I also think there's a lot of bullshit Pokemon coming out in later gens. But the main nostalgia will be the stuff that you fell in love with as a kid, right? So I can see like younger people and their huge, I don't know, Greninja fans, for example. And I get that, even though, Greninja means nothing to me. I'll probably sell off all the bulk too. So just make a nice box. So this should be like 160 packs, like 1600 bulk cards roughly. And then I think in current market, I would say nice bulk. So you keep all the rares in, all the hollows, reverse hollows, maybe even the cheap EXs, but also the, code cards, energies, basically just keep in anything that you don't see me setting aside here. Can kind of go for like 2.5 cents a card. So 1600 cards is what, 40 euros? So it's not, crazy amount. But hey, we are looking to get closer to our goal of breaking even on all of these boxes. So I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of being too picky. Fire Breather. These are the kind of cards that I'm typically the least happy with. I don't really understand the need for, every set to come with so many trainers. Like, I'm here to see the Pokemon. And I like, gym leaders, stuff like that. That's all fine. Hey, the normal Megazord. Let's, yeah, you can still see that. Like, gym leaders or some cool trainer cards are fine. But nobody, I've never heard someone say that Fire Breather is their big chase card. Or, what got him into the game. Or got him into the TCG, I should say. Nice. Nice little Flygon. Alright, we have got most of our kind of super, another Zacian. Super fancy card display setup filled. And we have doubles on the Zacian and on the Dugong. I guess we can fit one more. To the left here. Yeah, that'll work. Napoleon full art. I also don't really like the full arts. I want to be careful that I'm not just bitching about everything, but I just think it's like lazy card design, right? It's just like, yeah, okay, it's the entire Pokemon on some kind of 3D generated background thingy. I don't know. Who wants that? It just creates another, like, I don't know, 20 cards in a set. 15. And they're just not very cool. There's nothing like, artistically exciting about them. Like, I might not like this Yamper much, for example, but at least it's a proper artwork. And this just feels like, you know, the Empoleon just feels like some render. Same for this Oricorio, right? It's just a kind of render. Fire breather, be gone. Oh, sorry. I bumped into my camera. Yeah. Okay, we're not at the halfway point yet. Another Gengar. How long have I been recording? For 20 minutes. Damn. What did I say? I was going to take half an hour. Well, I need to speed up. I need to prepare some stories next time I do something like this. Hey, the illustration rare Dawn. Not the SIR, but still. Cool card. Which do we like the least? Empoleon. Because now I'm just kind of talking out of my ass. Whatever comes to mind. But I guess if I'm going to keep you guys here for like, you know, up to an hour, I need to have some things to talk about. Because these are 160 packs, but the Journey Together ripping sesh is a 240 because there's 6 Journey Together packs in these UPCs. And the US version comes with Surging Sparks, 2 Surging Sparks packs and 4 Journey. And in Europe, sadly, we get higher prices and worse boxes. We've got it tough out here. It's hard to be into Pokemon in Europe. And then especially mainland Europe. Like in England, at least, you've got the Pokemon Center, where you can get some cool drops or, you know, stuff like that, if you're lucky. But post-Brexit, that has also been ruined for mainland Europe. Like even if you set up a whole proxy kind of setup and, you know, participate in England, then you're paying full import taxes, bringing it over to the mainland, which is, well, everything put together. You need to pay shipping and like 30%-ish on top of your purchase price. So yeah, that kind of sucks the fun out of things. We're getting a lot of doubles. And it's quite a big set, or like secret set, I think, because this, let's see, Dawn is 118. I believe the Golden Zard is number 130, right? So that means it's 36, 37 cards in the secret list. We've got like 10 on display here. Oh, wow, wait. Maybe 12. Another Mega Gengar. At least give us the Zards. Sorry if my hands look all fucked up. I have 2 cats. I'm teaching them to play, but they keep growing. So every time they've kind of learned what it means to be a little bit gentle when they're, you know, playing with human flesh or skin, then they grow again, and they kind of have to start anew. Let's see. Switch. Okay, we're roughly at the halfway point now. So that's the 80-ish packs. No SIR. We should have had an SIR by now. But they're on the bottom half today. So no worries. Mega Diancie. Oh, we haven't seen this yet. Mega Lopunny. Another ugly Empoleon. So all kind of semblance of a system is going out of the window now, guys. It's just EXs and secret rares stacked on top of each other. I guess it's a good problem to have, but... Alright, here we go. Charizard. No. Miss Magus. Miss Magius. Please don't do me like this. I went to Card Con last week, and it was this kind of cute table, and they pulled the Charizard chase from Phantasmal, the SIR, and they immediately put it up for sale. But it was quite clean, so I ended up buying it. I think I will grade it and see if we can get a 10. Unfortunately, that won't count towards the progress of this challenge, but still very cool to own that card. You should see the plastic graveyard that's starting to pile up here. All the wrappers. Man, this is hard work. Really starting to feel for all the Pokemon YouTube Ripper people. Just kidding. I think this is a nice looking card. No, but like I often look at channels and I'm like, come on, just, you know, also appreciate the artwork a little bit of the normal cards, and you're going so fast, but when you need to get through a stack like this, then you kind of have to. Like if I'm averaging 15 seconds per pack, 160 packs, that's already 40 minutes, right? So that's pretty crazy. Another Flagon. Okay, so I think we're down to the bottom third, I would say. Maybe 50 or 60 packs left. And still no SIR, so we are getting cooked a little bit. Because we should get like 2, at least, odds-wise. And then the goldens are the Mega Ultra, whatchamacallit, rare. I think that's like 1 in 1,000 or 1 in 2,000 packs. So that's less likely to happen. I did pull on Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia, I pulled the Lucario and the Gardevoir golden in 8 boxes each. I got 8 boxes each, and both of them on the 6th box I pulled the golden one. So that was lovely. And those cards alone paid for that ripping experience. So normally I would be getting a little bit, down by now. But these packs are not seeded, so literally every pack could have what we're looking for. So obviously that's me injecting a bunch of hopium to, keep going. Because we could have sold these packs separately, right? So they're going for like €6 each. And that's if you're pricing them nicely. Sometimes I see them for 7 or 8 at conventions. So that's like €1,000 worth of packs, at least, if we would have sold the packs. So let's get an SIR Charizard that grades a 10 to reward us for being degenerates that open the packs and gamble on getting something good instead of taking the boring and smart route, which would be to sell stuff. Sell stuff sealed. Okay, well, I'm doing good on time now. Sped up a little more. Huh. Number 3. Need to grab some more sleeves. So we're not really, shy on getting hits. We're doing pretty well overall, but we are just missing our SIRs. But that's obviously financially hurting us a lot. Or hurting us a lot financially. I haven't spoken that much English in the last couple of years, and it's a little out of practice. I'm applying just a touch of Dutch grammar to it, and I don't like it. Oh, wait. I'll just put this over here. The only downside of these normal EXs being pretty is that every time I see them coming up, I think it's a bigger hit because I can see some kind of texture going on. But then it's just a normal EX. That's like 10 or 20 cents. So it does fuck with the mind a little. I think we're approaching the last 25 packs or so. And current state of affairs is we are not doing well. Let's see. Miss Magius can go. Like the Phantasmal hits are also a little brutal in the sense that it's really only the two Charizards that are really kind of worth pulling. Like the other SIRs, I do think, especially Dawn and what's it called? Well, doesn't matter. Are gorgeous cards, but the drop-off in value is extremely steep, right? So when we open the Mega Evolution packs and the Destined Rival packs, they've got a nice spread of like 6 to 8 hits that are all, you know, relatively good pulls. But here it's basically Charizard or go home, which is not great for, well, a small-ish sample size. Obviously 160 packs is a lot of packs, but you know, it's like almost 4.5 booster boxes, so in terms of proper statistics, it's still not that crazy, sadly. But if we assume that SIRs are 1/72, so let's say that means 50% chance of getting one in a booster box. So it's about 10% chance that we get no SIRs in 160 packs. And that is what it's starting to look like. So that is pretty brutal, I would say, that we are getting the 10%. Last 10 packs, I think. I'm on the 38-minute mark, so we'll see if we can keep this within 45 minutes or so. You start to see the light leaving my eyes. Jesus. Nice pack. So, you know, all of those Journey Together packs, I'm afraid we won't be able to expect much from. The only, like, good card is the Lily's Clefairy. And even that, in terms of chase cards, is kind of poor. I think it's worth like $100, 300 or so in a PSA 10. And we've got 240 Journey packs, which we can probably sell for like $5 each. So we need to get like 4 Lily's Clefairy in a 10 to justify opening those. So those will probably be a big kind of loss anyway, those packs, because obviously we are still opening them. So Phantasmal really had to pull its weight a little bit better than what it's doing right now. Okay, let's see. Last 4 packs. And look at that. A perfect KC art set. Well, if that doesn't mean 4 Charizards, then I don't know what does. So the way it's looking now, Mega and Destined will have to do all of the heavy lifting. Because Journey won't do it. And Phantasmal isn't helping. And the Palm, I think this is the 4th one. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's go. Heracross. Last pack. Cooked. We got cooked. All right. Sad face. Here, we'll see. Graveyard. So I'm gonna wait with listing all of these until I've pulled all the packs, because then I'd like to show a little bit of kind of whole overview of everything that we got. I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Obviously, these sets typically are priced best just after the release, but it's been like 2 weeks already anyway, so I think that kind of early premium is gone. Yeah. So in that case, it's more fun to wait. And I'm top loading all of them, like all the cards that I put up for sale. I always top load and put in into kind of a nice card storage bin. Makes it easy to sell, and you know, shipping happens in top loaders anyway, so you want to make sure that the cards are in the best possible state before sending them off. I'll do a double check later if anything might be worth grading. Like sometimes you have like a little whatchamacallit, outlier card, right? That's suddenly popular. So here you could argue that the Meowth, the, what is it, for Cerulean City? Meowth is one of those cards, right? That because of the nostalgia factor and the old school Game Boy background, that could be worth grading, because people will want to collect that for yeah, the historic value or of the story that it's telling. But most of these cards probably won't have anything like that. I vaguely remember seeing something about this Piplup. Maybe this Piplup is onto something, but well, the centering's pretty good. And it's a starter, right? So that sometimes adds a little bit of potential. I don't think I have enough top loaders here. This is becoming a kind of weird Pokemon ASMR. Where you just hear a random dude that you've probably never seen before putting stuff into top loaders. Okay, I need to get some more. I had to get some more top loaders. And I know that you are worth something as well. So let's give you the same honors. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 17. 2, 3, 4, 19. So that's 35 secret rares and 1 regular EX in there. And then I'll sleeve these gangers too, I guess. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And we added 5 gangers to this pile, so that's 41. So 65 hits out of 160 packs. Yeah, so that's pretty good odds. Like normally you'd expect 1 in 3 packs, right? To have a hit. So we've done pretty well on hit rate. But the stuff that we have been hitting has sadly not really been it. So yeah, bit of a shame. But that was 160 packs of Phantasmal Flames for you. And this is part of a larger series where I try to squeeze as much value out of 40 opened Mega Charizard UPCs. So please check out the previous one if you haven't, or check out the next ones. Next 3 videos will be me ripping the other 3 sets, Mega, Destined Rivals, and Journey Together. So yeah, stick around. Thanks if you made it this far. Cheers for hanging out. See you in the next one.